everyone, welcome on a new episode of Mouse Talks. Today I want to give you my tips and advices on how to find your work-life balance. I think it's a topic that we've, all of us have been dealing with, especially after COVID and when you had to work, from home. So I know many of us and many entrepreneurs out there might struggle with work-life balance, especially if you want to have family time, friend time, but you're really super taken by your company, or else employees as well who have a side business. So let's go. If you're new to this channel, Mouse Talk is a talk show for entrepreneurs, so you will find tips, interviews, many content which will help you in your entrepreneurial journey. So let's dive into my top 5 tips. Number 1 is to put certain limit on things. So I think this is really important. Sometimes we forget that, while working from home, we tend to kind of like work for longer hours. We never really kind of like assign ourselves a certain limit. So my number 1 tip for you is to really put yourself some limits. For example, block, some time in your calendar, tell yourself, I'm not going to be on my emails on the weekends, during holidays. I know it's hard. I'm not going to check my emails straight away in the morning. I'm going to spend time, with my partner, my family, take a nice breakfast. It's really important to kind of like put boundaries, because if you're not putting boundaries and you don't have limits, then definitely you will be overwhelmed by your work life. So put yourself some limits, whether it's on your calendar, whether it's certain things you would do, you would write it down, but kind of define what it is for you to have some time off and know when you should not be working or not be on your phone checking your emails. Tip number 2 is what I said. Find some time for yourself, for your family, for things that matter for you. So I know sometimes it's hard because we all have different agendas, we all have so many things to do, but it's really important, especially if you care about your friends, your family and your partner, which I hope you do, is to really kind of find slots where you are going to spend really like good quality time with them. Or, in the weekend, whether it's an activity. And sometimes as entrepreneurs, we all have agendas. It's really good to kind of write it down in your agenda, to block a slot where you're gonna, spend this time for them, and you're gonna just like, cut off from work. And if it's not written somewhere, if it's not in your agenda, if it's not like blocked, then you will find an excuse, or you will find something else to do, because there's always something else to do. Book a slot, write it in your calendar, find some time off, write specific things you would like to do, whether it's going out, whether it's a dinner, whether it's an activity, but write it down. Then it's defined. Tip number 3 is to allow yourself to take breaks while you work. I think it's really important if you're really like a workaholic or really hard worker. Sometimes you're like rushing, going and never really stopping. But I think it's really important to know when you are productive, and whether it's the morning, whether it's the afternoon, whether it's the night. Because if you don't know, you're just like sitting around in front of your desk, just doing nothing, literally. So try to know when you're productive, and if you're not productive, you think like, I'm on this task, it's been like 2 hours, what did I do? Then just take a break from it, take a break, have a walk, have a nap, just eat something, make it blank, so you actually are more focused when you come back on the task. Because I think sometimes we don't listen to ourselves, and we tend to kind of like, just like going. But I think it's nice sometimes to take a break, step back. It's okay not to be productive all day. It's okay to have bad days. We all do. So just know that and work with that. Don't work against that, and don't feel guilty of not being productive a day. I think it's important. It's something I've been working on. Like sometimes I do feel guilty when I'm not like doing anything, or because I'm an entrepreneur, I feel like, I'm wasting my time. But I think it's okay sometimes to kind of like do something else, not directly linked to your business, because it will help you get more productive. Tip number 4 is to find balance between your remote days at work and your office days. I think it's important, especially for maybe employees who are watching this video, or entrepreneurs who have an office. As we are now in a hybrid, kind of like work environment after COVID especially, it's really good to kind of have a balance, not always work from home, but sometimes go to the office because, you know, going to the office, you see people, you meet people, they're also working. It feels kind of like a, you know, like it's pushing you to work harder. So try to find the right balance, because I know people sometimes they just want to work at home, but you know, at some point you kind of feel like procrastinating, not really productive. So find the right balance between work days and between home days and office days, and writing in your calendar which days are you going to the office or which days are you staying home, because that's important for your work-life balance. And my final tip number 5 is to communicate, to talk, because I think this as well is important. When you're not feeling good, when you're feeling down, when you're hesitating, when you have doubts, it's really important to talk, whether it's you're with your partner, whether it's you're with your family. Talk about it, you know, because you're not alone, you know, you're not by yourself dealing with all these problems. So talk about it, communicate with your friends, and I'm sure there might be good advices out there. And if not, just, you know, talk to me or send me a comment down this video, and I will be really happy to help you. So I really hope these 5 tips were useful. This is really useful for me because I do it every day, and I really try to like kind of follow the advice I'm giving you. So hope you enjoyed your video. Drop down any comment if you have, you know, let me know how you're dealing with your look, how you're like coping with your work-life balance, how you're finding your balance. Drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video with someone, and I will see you soon in another episode of Milestone.